This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hey everybody, welcome to Groomer Humor on Pet Life Radio. As always, we are your hosts. I'm Rudy V along with Anthony Ray. Special thanks to our producer Mark Winter and Pet Life Radio for giving us the opportunity, and we want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in and listening to us. This show is dedicated to all you awesome dog owners who stepped up and groomed your own dogs during the shutdown. We're going to talk about that, and we have our very funny comment section all coming up in this episode of Groomer Humor.
DINOVITE.com.
When we put him on the Dynovite, he took right to it. All of these symptoms disappeared.
Dynovite is nutrition.
If you want the dog to be healthy, you got to feed it something healthy.
Something that he actually likes to eat. You need to put him on Dynovite.
Dynovite for life.
If you love your dog, you don't just want him healthy, you want him to be happy.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
DINOVITE.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to Groomer Humor. Guys, once again, we are your hosts. I'm Rudy V, along with Anthony Ray. We're so happy to be talking to you guys again. We are finally open, and we're so excited about it. Anthony, how do you feel, man? What are you doing, buddy?
I feel good. Some of the free time that I've had over the last week or two, I've started watching some classic movies that I've never seen before, and I watched Fame for the first time.
You mean 1980s Fame?
1980 Fame, yeah.
That's my era. That Irene
yeah.
Cara. Oh, yeah. Man. Great movie.
Oh, man, it was great. I love movies like that. And I get made fun of sometimes because I love movies. I'm like the movie buff, I guess, of like my circle of friends. But there's definitely some serious classics that I've never seen before. And it's just like, wow, I got to knock some of these out, whenever I have a chance to. So, yeah, Fame was on that list. Never saw it.
It's a good way to spend your time,
Yeah, it's a good one. I always thought it was a musical, and it's really not. It's like it's just like a movie. There's a couple of like dance scenes, I guess, in it, but like nobody really. Just a great movie.
Great actors. You had Irene Cara in that. You had what was the guy Miller, who was also in Saturday Night Fever. He played Bobby.
Yeah.
Great actor.
That guy can act. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
sad
breaks your heart. Yeah.
Breaks your heart.
It really breaks my heart.
Very emotional. I don't know what that has to do with dog grooming, but yeah, you watched Fame during the shutdown. Okay.
Well, some dogs are famous.
Yeah.
So maybe it interconnects.
Yeah. Although not in that movie. There's no famous dogs in that movie.
There's no famous dogs in that one. Damn.
No.
Maybe Irene Cara has a dog.
Okay, there you go. Now we're combining. Okay, see, we have to make that connection.
Yes.
Again, as we always say, nothing funny about grooming. Grooming's just not funny. It's just not a funny thing.
Yeah.
So that's how difficult this show is to do. How do you find any humor aside from just making fun of how bad you smell, Anthony, or how little hair I have? We always go back to the same thing because it's all we got.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to make jokes about a dog, like, the poor dog, it's like, we can't, it's dogs. Nobody wants to hear, we can't make fun of dogs, really, can we?
Well,
we love dogs.
Some dogs are very funny looking.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You know what? I always like the underbite dogs. They look so goofy, but it's so cute.
Speaking about funny looking, the dogs that have been coming in about fun. Listen, as we mentioned, this show is definitely dedicated to all you dog owners out there that have, taken the huge step and responsibility of grooming your own dogs. Some of them coming in very funny looking, but I got to commend you guys for trying and actually doing a really, really good job.
Yeah, we applaud you all just for the attempt because, again, we obviously understand how scary it is to do anything grooming related on your dog. And to be honest with you, we've been some of the dogs that are coming in, we knew that was going to happen. And the condition that they've been in, but some we've been pleasantly surprised as well. Yeah. Actually, there's been a couple of dogs that we were dreading to see the condition of, high maintenance dogs, like a couple Havanese and a couple poodles and stuff like that. And to our delight, a few of them have actually come in like, whoa, how did you maintain your dog this well?
Yeah. You know what? I'm starting to get nervous. I think I may have lost a customer here because, you guys' dog looks better than when I do it.
Yeah, exactly. We've had a couple customers where it's like, well, what the heck do you need us for?
What do you need me for now?
Yeah, you did it better than us. Forget it. Go home. You don't need us.
As opposed to some of the other ones that are coming in where we're doing a lot of evening out, but some of the attempts are rather funny, but still efficient,
Yeah, I feel bad for some of the people. They're so embarrassed, some of our customers, and we can tell them there's no judgment whatsoever. Listen, you didn't hurt the dog. That's all that matters. You didn't hurt the dog. Yeah. It's groomed.
Yeah, exactly. It's groomed. It looks like it's missing an ear, but it's groomed.
Right. You forgot to do the left side of their face. You must be right-handed, obviously. So yeah.
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 But yeah, you know what? We talked about this in past episodes, even before COVID. And we talked about how it's very, very important to have a designated area where you can groom or maintain your dog in between groomings. And I think that, during this whole shutdown period, you guys have really stepped up and proven that to be factual, where, we really need to dedicate some time and an area in your house. We mentioned in the past either the garage or maybe even the basement or a laundry room where, maybe you get a grooming table or a makeshift grooming table, put your dog up, brush them out, check their ears, check their bodies, check for fleas, and, do a little bit of home grooming. It's very important.
Yeah, my cousin, actually, his name's Billy Lewis. He actually has a YouTube channel himself. It's called Phantasmaphonics. He's a great musician if you guys want to go check him out. He sent us a picture he created a little grooming area in his house. He listened to every word that we said, and right before the whole shutdown happened, the whole quarantine thing, he had just gotten a little Cavalier Spaniel. He's adorable. And and he set up a little. He was proud of it. He set up a little grooming area for him, and they've been doing them on their own, and to great success. So people are listening. We've gotten a lot of good feedback too on that in the comment section on our YouTube channel. That everybody is saying that's great advice to have a little dedicated area at home. Very important.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we want to give a special thanks to our clients who also have done their own dogs and attempted to do their own dogs, and also have been very, very patient because, again, we were talking about this also, is that people that have been waiting 8 weeks are still waiting another 2-3 weeks. That's how behind we are. And they're calling around other grooming shops, which I completely understand, but no grooming shops. Everybody's just inundated right now, and it's kind of crazy, and it's complete mayhem as far as dog grooming is concerned. But again, special thanks to our clients who have been so patient and are still waiting to get their dogs groomed, and again, just doing what they can at home to help.
Yeah, that's right. I guess it becomes a thing. As long as you're not hurting them, anything you can do to bridge the gap is really all that you can do, unless you get super, super lucky and you somehow find a groomer that can squeeze you in, you being a new customer to them, while they're trying to catch up with all of their normal clients. It's just a big mess. It's a big mess. But you guys really stepped up, all of you dog owners, because I'll be honest with you, I'm shocked at how many dogs are coming through the door that aren't nearly in as bad of a condition as I thought they were going to be. Obviously, still the conditions that we did predict are far outweigh the people who have gotten through a little bit of a better grooming with their dogs at home by themselves. But still, there are specific few, I'll mention it again, that we have one or two Havanese that came in, and I was just like, wow, it's like you didn't even miss a grooming. How did you do that? And I hope that for them specifically anyway, they said that, they watched a lot of our channel and they said it really, really helped them and they couldn't have done it without us. So I'm hoping that out of the close to 18,000 subscribers that we have right now, I'm hoping that a lot of you are finding our videos just as helpful and hopefully we are changing the world. I really hope so, because it almost seems like it. It's like we're getting so much good feedback from it. Just good kudos to you guys, man. What a great job. What a step up. You're so brave. Definitely. It's scary stuff.
Yeah, we want to definitely thank all of our subscribers on our Grooming by Rudy YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much. We're getting so much positive feedback from that. Kind of getting like what we want to hear, like your job is difficult. I don't know how you do this and all of that. Can't wait for you guys to reopen and things like that. So it's not even that we want the personal recognition or anything, but we want groomers in general to be recognized as, number one, being essential, because we definitely are essential, but just acknowledging what we do. It's really important to us and we love it. And again, I don't think there's a groomer out there that's not doing this because they love dogs. You know what I mean? And people like myself who have dedicated our lives to it, like I always say, I've been doing this since I'm 19 years old. And it's something that, I love, but it's also something that's very, very difficult. And I think that people are acknowledging that because they've had to step up and groom their own dogs.
Yeah, it's not an ego thing. It's not look at us, our job is so hard. The problem is that there's so little information about what grooming really is. That's the problem. When you have a lot of uneducation about something, I know I didn't say that right, but that's not really uneducation. Deal with it, everybody. You know what I mean. Okay, I don't need to hear any comment section.
Greek,
that's not a word. I know
the Greek word to be non-educated.
Yes. I'm not going to sit here and be like, because this is what happens when everybody's stupid. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that when you have such little information, such limited, there you go. Now I'm sounding smart. Yeah. Look at that. Articulate. I know what articulate means too.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. I'm smart. Yeah. What happens when you have limited information to the levels that it is about grooming is it creates a lot of uncomfortable situations for groomers and the customers, because some customers come in not from being a jerk, just from not knowing what goes into this. And groomers, a customer will come in and they'll expect it to be easy, and then, an argument can start, whatever. And then you have groomers who have been hearing stuff like that for years, and now they turn into like a jerk groomer who hates customers because the customers don't ever give them any respect because they don't know, and now the groomer comes off as a jerk. And it just, you know what I mean? Like, if that's making any sense to you guys, it's just, when you don't know about it, it just creates an impasse more often than not. So,
and what's happening is exactly what you're saying. It's coming full circle because people need to become more educated and not non-educated.
Uneducated.
Uneducated in what we do. There's like shows on everything. There's real estate shows, there's vet shows, and there's you name it. There's dirtiest jobs, and there's repo shows. There needs to be a dog grooming show. And whether it's us or somebody else, and I hope it's us. But it better be us. I want a dog grooming show really, really bad. It just needs to be noticed. It needs to be recognized. What we do needs to be recognized, and it is. That's the beauty of it all. During the shutdown, it really has been recognized as to what we do, how difficult it is, and I think that's part of what you're saying too, Anthony. A lot of groomers have become a little bit just, I guess, callous because of what we do. It's like we work so hard. Some dogs can take 2-3 hours, and then for someone to come in and go, I don't like what you did. Meanwhile, the dog's trying to bite. The dog's not standing still. And in most cases, the groomer just did whatever they could do to groom that dog. And it should be applauded and appreciated. And I think that's what's coming out. That's what's coming to the surface because people are trying to do their own dog. They're noticing very, very quickly the dog doesn't stay still for a second. So it's like trying to trim your hedges while they're moving around. Good luck. You know what I mean? So I just think that we want the recognition, again, not from an ego standpoint, but more of the standpoint of we just want to acknowledge what we do. We want people to acknowledge what we do.
Yeah, exactly. The callous, that's like a good word to use. That's because that's what it comes off as. So, I mean, we've met them ourselves. It's not like groomers are all these innocent little victims or anything like that. Like, it's not. You create a callous groomer by, here's an example. You have a groomer who's been grooming for 20 years, and for 20 years, a bunch of uneducated, non-educated. Throughout the course of those 20 years, a lot of customers have given that groomer a hard time. Oh, I didn't like the way this came out. I don't like the way that came out. Blah, 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 blah. And then, 20 years of hearing that. And then you have maybe a nice customer coming in and simply asking, how much is it? And then you give them the price and they question it. That's all it's going to take for now that groomer and that's a good customer who maybe just didn't know that it was going to be $80 and not $60. But because of 20 years of people not really knowing how hard the job is, it broke the groomer after 10 years. And now that groomer's just been moping around being angry at everybody who walks through the door for 10 years. And that's how you create those impasses. And just, you never know. And you don't need to be arguing. People don't need to. There's enough of that going on in the world. And it's like, dog grooming should be happy. Should be, a lot of our dogs, since they know us so well and we spend a lot of extra time with them throughout the day, they know us. So a lot of our dogs are happily running toward us in the morning when the customers drop off. Yeah, they miss us. And that's what grooming should be. Your dogs are very perceptive. You guys understand that. Dogs are so smart. They know that, these are the guys that make me real clean and they make me smell good. And then I get a lot of attention when I go home because I smell good and I'm clean and I feel better. Yep. So that's what grooming should be. It shouldn't be arguments, but there's always going to be unless there's a better understanding of the business. And because of the shutdown, and again, I pat a lot of you dog owners on the back because you guys have completely, there is no ego in you guys whatsoever. You are so humbled by having to do it yourselves. And we've gotten a lot of comments and people reaching out saying, wow, you guys were right about this. You were right about that. Oh my God, thank you so much. I never knew how hard it was. There's no hypocrisy and there's no, hey, no, I did it myself and I knew it was easy. You guys are full of it. No, there's none of that. Everybody is so understanding and there's a big unity right now. So again, just another commendment. Is that a word?
It's. I think that's right up there with uneducation.
Uneducation.
Yes, uneducational commendment should be all. It should be all one word. Just make that all one word.
Right. So another uneducational commendment to all of you, who just really took the time to learn all this stuff. I got to stop acting like I am articulate. That's my problem. Got to stop creating words out of thin air. And expecting them to land.
Yeah. Well, no, listen, you know what? I actually give you a lot of credit there. They've said things like when babies try to use big words, it just means that they're smart.
Great. So I'm a baby now.
Yes. Yeah. But I think, honestly, Anthony, before you start focusing on your new articulation, you should maybe buy a bar of soap.
I have one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, brand new in the box.
Oh, yeah, I know. We'll try to use it.
It's unopened, man. Unopened. Yeah.
Well, maybe we can do a reveal or something. Just open it up. Use it.
Oh, we could do a soap unboxing on the channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I smelt you this morning and, with the shutdown, just like the dogs are, owners are taking care of their dogs, you need to be your own owner and jump in a shower, dude.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the commendment.
Yep. Don't stop being so uneducational. But we also want to also commend our fellow dog groomers out there. We know what you're going through right now, and hang in there, one dog at a time. Try to pace yourselves. We get it. We're definitely overbooked, but we have to really be careful with scheduling right now. I'm finding that scheduling is the most difficult thing that's happening right now because there's just so many dogs and you still have to make time for each dog so that you're not working too quickly and all of that where, when you're working too quickly, then accidents happen. So all you dog groomers out there, just hang in. We're slowly getting through. We're catching up. We're about a week and a half behind right now, but we're catching up. We hope you are too. And again, just this show is just dedicated to all of it. Dog owners, groomers, thank you for just realizing and acknowledging for what we do. We're getting a lot of comments such as how come my dog lets you clip the nails, but doesn't let me. That's what we want to hear, because here's the thing, guys. That's like saying, like, how come, your mechanic knows how to, whatever, tune up your car and you don't? That's the recognition we're looking for. We're professionals. We approach it differently. We've done it so many times that we kind of know where the vein is almost, automatically. Yeah. It's so second nature, no different than a mechanic tuning up your car. And that's what I think is being realized, is that we are mechanics of dog grooming. We're technicians. We're professional, and we know what we're doing in most cases, and learning as we go. But again, that's the thing that I think finally is being recognized, because dog grooming, it's just one of those things. It's very emotional. It's a different occupation. It's so different than any other occupation that I've ever done. It's very, very unique. I'm not saying it's the most unique thing, but it's very, very unique. And there's a lot of aspects to it. And again, I think that the more we learn about it, either through our show, through our YouTube channel, you other groomers out there doing your YouTube channels, I love it, and we're dedicated to it, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, I hope as well throughout this entire experience that not only have dog owners and dog groomers sort of unified together, I hope that groomers have unified with other groomers. We know on our end, a few of the local groomers have reached out to us around our area, whether it's to ask for help or ask if we need help. And I really hope that that's happening. And I think that's happening everywhere, because that's a whole nother problem with the industry that we'll probably touch on a little bit more in another episode, because it's an episode in itself. Groomers tend to not be there for other groomers a lot because it's a very competitive thing. And a lot of times, if there's more than one groomer in one town, egos get inflated and it becomes all about money a little bit too quickly. And the well-being of the pets gets kind of lost in the fray there. So, but that seems to be changing too. We've a lot of groomers, even on YouTube. We had Go Groomer reached out to us. She's a great YouTube channel. She live streams every Monday. She had reached out to us. Oh no, I think we reached out to her. I forget. But regardless, we talked to her. Erica Salvamini is a groomer about a half hour from us. She reached out to us. Very kind lady. She was on our show once. She's going to be on it again. I want to see more of that too. I want to see more groomers looking out for other groomers, because
absolutely.
Not, that's why grooming competitions are separate. It's what I mean? It's not there's no need to be competing with each other on a day-to-day basis. We got to be here for each other, all of us. And it seems to be happening, and I love seeing it. Yeah, definitely. And speaking of that, Intergroom was pushed back all the way up until December, I think now, because of the COVID and the shutdown. So again, that's like we always say, that's like a groomer's playground. That's when groomers just come together. We get to watch each other. We get to watch the competition and the whole creative end of it. But like you said, there's a big difference between running a shop and doing, a grooming competition where there's this creativity and all that other stuff that goes along with it. And that's fun stuff. And, but right now, main focus is, I think, definitely getting these dogs groomed, and we're going to get back to all that fun stuff, God willing. And I like what you said. We even reached out to a couple of our local groomer friends here. A good friend of ours, Colleen, who's a fellow groomer in the area. This woman has been grooming longer than I have, and she's just holding up the fort. She has some help there with some other groomers that she employs there, but they've been taking a hit, and we just want to shout out to them. Hang in there, Colleen. Again, she's been doing it longer than me. And again, just the dedication. I love people who are dedicated to this. And it's not always fun. It's a very difficult job. But again, like you said, Ant, it should be fun. And we're going to continue to make it fun. I think with that being said, we're going to go to break. And when we come back, talk a little bit more real brief on, creating a little grooming area in your house. And then we got our funny comments. So we're going to talk about that when we come back on Groomer Humor. Hey guys, Rudy and Anthony again. Over these last couple of months, we have gotten an entirely new perspective on how much joy dogs truly bring to our lives. And that's what we want you guys to think about for a minute. Think about how much joy your dog has truly brought to your life, particularly during these last few difficult months. We have a great way for you to show how much you truly care. Give your dog a Kong Box subscription. With a Kongbox subscription, your dog gets 2 great toys, 3 delicious treats, and 2 recipes or tips delivered right to your door every month or every other month. Kong's been making top-quality dog toys and pet products since 1970. Now you can have their best products customized for your dog and delivered right to your door.
Yeah, guys, the day we received our Kong box, we were so excited to open it up. We figured, why not try it out on the dogs here at the grooming shop? They went so crazy. They loved the toys and treats so much, we ended up giving the entire Kong box away to our clients that day.
So for a limited time, when you sign up for a 6 or 12-month subscription and donate $1 to Best Friends Animal Society to help other dogs in need, you get your first box free. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to kongbox.com/groomerhumor and get your first box free with your subscription and $1 donation. If you and your dog don't absolutely love your box, you can cancel your subscription for a small fee, which we all know isn't going to happen. You just can't beat the value and convenience of a Kongbox subscription, so help a dog in need, and your first box is free. Go to kongbox.com/groomerhumor. That's kongbox.com/groomerhumor.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to Groomer Humor on Pet Life Radio. We are your hosts. I'm Anthony Ray, hanging out, straight up, chilling with Padre, my dad, Rudy V, the Podge, as my friends call him. We're covering a lot of stuff today. First and foremost, we have been handing out commendments. That's a new word that we came up with here live on the show. Commendments.
Yep. Commend.
Commendments. Been commending all of you pet owners for stepping up. Wow, just round of applause for you guys because we know how difficult it is. So thank you for stepping up and being the great pet owners that we know you all are, and getting the job done as best as you possibly could. Well, I guess that's another word to add to the list for this episode. As best as you possibly could.
Could.
It's, you know what? It just means could, but it's a shorter word. It saves time.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Who needs the D at the end? And we add an N. Could. Yeah.
We could revise the English language if we want to. We can do that because this is our podcast and we can revise things if we want.
Yeah, what we're gonna do, we're gonna uneducate all you guys, one pet owner at a time. We're gonna just uneducate everybody.
Yeah, no one's gonna be educated by the end of this show at all.
Yeah, right. Especially me, because apparently I got half my brain falling out of my left ear.
Yeah, it's just non-educational.
Yeah, it's just a non-educational show. This is how we do it here, guys. Non-educational through and through.
Through and through.
Non-educational, dumbed down.
Dumbed down to our most primitive being.
Yeah, right. It should be called Dumb and Groomer. That's what the show should be called.
Right.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah.
But
the great pet owners that we knew you could be. Is that what I was even trying to say? I don't know. Forget it. Moving on.
Move on.
Yeah, moving on. Just good job, guys. And we touched a lot on just the uneducation of it all. And people are waking up to it. So it's good. And we love all you guys and all you groomers. And if you are a groomer, reach out to a local groomer in your area. See if they need help. It'll mean the world to
and reach out to us. We love to hear from you guys. Reach out to us. Leave a comment. Whatever. Just reach out to us. Let us know you're doing good. Just let us know because we think about you guys all the time. It's what we do. It's why we do it. Is that we're just groomer advocates and animal lovers, and that's what we are. And again, sticking to it. But real quick, just want to mention 3 things before we move on that we have always mentioned in the past. I think whether there's a shutdown or not, you should have a designated area in your house where you groom your dog. Even if it's something simple, just a brush out, you should have some basic tools, a brush, a comb, and just somewhere where you just groom your dog at home and maintain in between grooming. So definitely maybe a garage, like we said, a laundry room, basement, something like that. Give a good brush out, maybe a bath in between, depending on your breed of dog. And just give your dog a once over. Just check the ears, check the nails, check the butt area, check the private parts, check for fleas. Just put some time into your dog like you would put your time into anything. At least once a week, put your dog up on a grooming table and pretend you're a dog groomer. That's it. Get into dog grooming mode. So very, very important whether there's a shutdown or not.
I'm afraid to speak because it's not going well with me today. So why don't you just keep saying words? You do the rest of the show. I'm just gonna hang out. You know what? I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen to the show.
Okay.
I'm just gonna listen to it. I'm afraid.
All right. So I'll jump back in.
You jump back in because I'm afraid I'm gonna create another word.
Okay. Yeah. So disregard anything that Anthony has said, and just listen to me from this point forward. Yeah. And okay. So. Oh, we also want to mention, guys, if you guys want to do any donation or anything, go to YouTube, check out any rescue workers. Guys, please donate to rescue workers. They're the ones who are on the front line. They're doing the real work, especially during this shutdown. If you go on YouTube, I think one of them is called Hope for Paws. You'll just see what these people do as far as what they go through rescuing dogs, rescuing puppies, cats, kittens, all that. If you want to do any donating and you're an animal lover, just pull up your local rescue group and see what you could do there. Just always want to mention that. So with that being said, we're going to sum this up. Let's get into our funny comment section.
I'm a professional.
Okay, so this one was straight from our YouTube channel, Grooming by Rudy. It said, had to groom my dog during the shutdown, spent the past 4 weeks apologizing to him.
Aww.
So we really love that one. But again, I commend you. Commencement.
It's a commendment.
It's a commendment. It's just a natural commendment there.
Exactly.
Just an uneducated commendment on that, just for again, just stepping up, and I'm sure your dog accepts your apology on that because you did the best you can, and again, that's what this show is dedicated to. We love you guys.
Yeah, we do love you guys. We had a customer come in. She had a cute little Shih Tzu, and she tried to shave like the body, but the head was too difficult. So now this female Shih Tzu has a big long beard, and she said the same thing. I feel so bad, and I've been apologizing to the dog.
If anything, it's like really influencing some new dog grooming styles. You know what I mean? With what we have coming in the door, it's really, really funny. Some of it's really funny. We had another customer, dog just looked like a mushroom because she shaved like the legs down because the legs were matting up, and she left all the top coat, and it just looks like the dog is like floating on air now. It's just some of the cuts that are coming in. I think we should just kind of all try some of them and see how it goes. The dogs are looking absolutely hysterical. So,
what kind of breed is that? Oh, it's a hover dog.
It's a hover dog.
It's a hover hound.
You know what I mean?
What do you mean? Yeah, he has no legs. He floats.
Yeah.
They don't walk. He floats.
Yeah, we had another dog come in, half of the one side of his face was shaved and the other part wasn't. And she said because she's right-handed and she just couldn't do the other side.
Yeah. You've mentioned that in that concept. That's what happens. You've said it. I don't remember if you said it on the channel or on this show, but you have mentioned that you could always tell if somebody's right-handed or left-handed by how, if they groomed their dog at home, which side of the dog's face was finished. You could always tell.
Yeah, usually if they're right-handed, the right side of the dog is completely dematted and the left side of the dog is matted. I mean,
it's a nightmare.
You just can't get to that side.
Mm-hmm. So, you got to be ambidextrous. Wow, I said it. I said the word right.
And he's back.
And I'm back. Yep, and I'm going to screw it all up now as I sign us off the show, I'm sure.
No, you're not.
Yeah, right. Well, here goes nothing. Thanks so much for stopping by, guys. As always, we'd like to thank... Yep, there it is. I told you I was going to screw that up. Oh. We'd like to not only thank our producer, Mark Winter, but apologize because, again, as you guys don't see or hear, he's here with us the whole time as we drive him absolutely crazy and screw up constantly. And, we love you, Mark. Thank you so much for being such a good sport and listening to our malarkey for all this time, for a half an hour. So, if you haven't already, head on over to our YouTube channel. It's called Grooming by Rudy. That's Grooming by Rudy on YouTube.com. Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. We want to hear from all you guys. You could also like Grooming by Rudy on Facebook, follow Grooming by Rudy on Instagram and Twitter. It has been an absolute pleasure creating words with you all. Until next time, take care of yourselves and your pets.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand. only on PetLifeRadio.com.